Let me tell you a story. Once upon a time, in a time far, far ago, Lucifer the angel was the right-hand man of God. They laughed together, played together, danced together, and created together. Then one day it was decided that Lucifer would go it alone, so that humanity could have the experience of itself disconnected from source. This tale has been told many times, but often with the misunderstanding that Lucifer decided this all by himself. But make no mistake, nothing is ever decided that is not in line with the divine. And so Lucifer, the fallen angel, fell, and with him, so too fell the earth. As Atlantis sunk under the ocean and the animals went in two by two, so too did the vibration of the earth sink. Man was dragged so deep into this nefarious wave that it has taken him over 13,000 years to even be ready to start the journey to ascend home. And as we now start this ascension process, moving into the higher vibration of love, we should be welcomed back into the loving and open arms of God's bosom, where we shall remember that God's arms have always been open and that the separation was only ever illusionary. As with all good stories, we must start this journey at the beginning. We must recognise that we must live the story, be the story, create the story in order to be able to create the whole new world that now lays before us. Humanity must find patience, for we have over 13,000 years of suffering, torment and greed from which we must heal. As with all fairy tales, ding dong, the wicked witch shall die, and humanity will have its happy ending. But so too must we find forgiveness in our hearts for the wicked witch that was only ever playing a role to allow humanity to have this experience. We must recognise that the dark plan that is being rolled out before our very eyes simply acts as a vehicle to help us with our ascent. The energies of the dark and light are dancing with each other, all in line with the divine. For the darkness simply pushes all that we need to see to the surface so that we can heal it with the gentle light of our love. And as we reconnect with God, so too shall we release the heavy baggage that has resulted from our separation. The poisoned apple will be no more, the baggage left at the door. Humanity will live this story, reconnecting with former glory. Humanity will rise as one, coming together under the sun. Humanity will make its way, no longer each other will we betray. Humanity will play its part, reconnecting with its heart. Humanity will hurt no more, settled will already be the score. Humanity will be free, a better world we will see. The sleeping princess will awake from her slumber, no longer will darkness steal our thunder. Atlantis will soon rise again, humanity will lose its shame, leaving the dark days far behind, where to each other we will be kind. And so the journey just begins. Collectively we take our wings to live our happily ever after, living life in joy and laughter. Humanity will soon be one, then the dark days will be gone. Happily ever after in our hearts, we welcome in this brand new start. The darkness never to be repeated again, forever and ever and ever. Amen. So if anyone wants to gain a greater understanding of the ascension process as well as the dark plan that lights our way, then check out series 2 of my podcast, A Whole New World, on the Spirit of Life in Ibiza podcast. So it's a free podcast and it's available on most podcast platforms, but you can also find it on my website, which is www.thespiritoflifeinibiza.com, which is a hub of consciousness to help people to navigate their way through these unprecedented times. And if you're watching on Insta, you can find my website and link to my podcasts on my link tree, which are in the bio. Thank you.